When did I start playing? I started playing like 6 or 7 years ago. And I got into it because my brother was like, oh, hey, you should check this game out. I'd never really played horror games in my life. And I'm not really sure what drew me to it. I think, like I said, it was probably the asymmetrical aspect. I was like, for the first couple weeks of playing Dead by Daylight, I only played Killer because it made no sense to me to play Survivor when you could just always win as Killer. Because in a 1v1 scenario, you always win against a Survivor. So I'm like, well, why would I ever want to play? But, as time went on, I'm like, oh, well, there's a bit of depth here. The way you run the loops and whether you throw the pallet or not, and if you have a flashlight. And eventually I did start playing Survivor, and playing with friends kind of helps mitigate some of the toxicity and some of the frustration I face when playing as Survivor. But it's still there. It's like I play solo queue more than I play with friends, and it's not a fun experience. That's why I don't play it as much anymore. I'm not having as much fun as I used to. If the game's not fun, then you just stop playing after a while, and that's the truth, right? Like you don't play a game if you're not having fun, and yeah, that's what's been happening most of the time. This match is looking kind of lame. The killer seems to be hard camping the survivors because he's not checking the gens at all. The worst thing is that it's a plague as well, so it's like, well, even if you try and save them, she's going to have her corrupt purge ready to down both of you. I don't know if he's actually going to start playing now that he has a kill. He is hard camping that hook. It's really sad. And the fact that it's even possible for him to do that, it's like one of the issues I have with this game. It's like, oh, he can just camp them to death. Like, how is that fun? How's it fun to just stand at the hook and camp people? It's really lame, honestly. I think I hear the hatch. It might be under me. Aha! It worked out, didn't it? Man, look how pathetic that is. Look at his score. Like, even I got a better score than him, and I'm a survivor. Killers get high scores most of the time, but like, this is what you get when you camp. You get nothing, basically. They don't reward you at all. It's matches like that that make me not want to play DBD anymore. Because it's just boring. It's like, what can you do? You just wait for people to die and you get hatched. That's all you can do. He might make it. I don't think he's going to make it, though. Dude, if you had fast vaulted, that wouldn't have happened. I would have been stage 1, but he had to slow vault. You just had to slow vault. Need to find a totem. Like, my entire build is totems, and I can't do anything. Look, I can't do anything. This is so irritating. Oh my god. Please stop chaining me. The most unfun thing in any video game is getting crowd controlled. Having control taken away from your character. That's all he does. He just repeatedly crowd controls you. This killer is one of my least favorites. It's really annoying that Pinhead can just wait until the chain hunt starts and you're forced to deal with his power. Like you're forced to deal with it. You can't play stealthy against him. You have to find the box eventually, or he will find you. Also, another thing with Pinhead is that he can interrupt you cleansing his totems with his completely passive power. So if nobody deals with the box, then you can't even cleanse his stuff. Is the popularity of this game an exception? It wasn't that popular when I first started playing it, actually. Once they started adding the licensed killers, then that's when it really started to take off. So it was kind of lucky in a way that I actually decided to start making this my main game. Like when I started my channel, it wasn't to be a DBD YouTuber. It was just to stream games that I enjoyed. And at the time, that just happened to be DBD, and DBD just happened to become popular over the years. So I guess one reason I still play is because, well, when you know something really well, it's kind of hard to quit. It's just like, well, I'm really familiar with this game and I'm pretty good at it. I bought all the DLC and I have all the perks and I have like 4,500 hours into it. It's like, well, I guess I'll still play it just because it's what I'm familiar with. If I had it my way, if I could redo things, then the game I would probably be playing right now is Team Fortress 2. That's always been my favorite game of all time, and I don't think that's ever changed. Team Fortress 2 is the most fun I've ever had playing an online game. Oh, there's a pallet right here. I don't think I'm going to make it, though. He's a little bit faster than I expected. I don't know if this hag has a certain add-on. Yeah, I mean, she looks like she's moving faster than, a normal hag would. I might as well just get out of here. Oh, I forgot I was going to stay and look at her perks. Gosh dang it. Okay, wait. Oof. Can you stay in the match and see what her perks are? Makes her Phantom's physical. Yeah, waterlogged shoot. Yeah. Okay, so that's the move speed one. I knew it. I knew it. See, and that's another thing I don't like about DBD is that the killers that you know the counters to, they can burn add-ons or have certain perks that nullify their weakness. So then it's like, well, what can you do about that? Half the time, you won't even know that they have these things until it's too late. It just sucks. It sucks to play against. It just feels like, well, even if I have all the game knowledge in the world, if these players can bring certain perks or burn certain offerings or certain add-ons, and what is your response to that? You can't do anything. And there's some really gross stuff in this game too. It's like the Plague add-on that lets her see your aura whenever you vomit. Like, how is that supposed to be fair? Or the one that lets you turn really sharply as a blight. It's like, well, the fact that he can't turn that well during his dash is the only thing that makes it balance. So it's like, how is that fair? Who thought it was a good idea to increase his turn rate with a little offering? Sorry, add-on, whatever. I had 2 matches in a row where the survivors disconnected just because how unfun it was to play against. And I don't blame them. I don't blame them. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. I wouldn't want to play this game either if I had to deal with that every match. I've complained about so many things about DPD for years, and they don't get rid of them. They don't really deal with them. They dealt with some of them, but it's still not fixing the fundamental issues of the game, which are like hooks. Hooks are a core issue. Having your objective in a stationary place where all you have to do is wait for the objective to die, basically. You know, survivors are the objective, is what I'm saying. You just wait for the survivor to die on hook, and then you win. For longtime viewers of my channel, they know that one thing I absolutely despise is RNG. And I hate perks like Dramaturgy, where you can... It's just like, you roll the dice, and if you roll badly, you get exposed. Like, well, how is that a benefit? It's like, why would I run this? Oh no, he has Silent Bill! Silent Bill! Oh my god! Silent Bill! Yeah, he has the Aura add-on, it's really lame. He has, is that both iridescent? No, it's just one iridescent, the other is a purple. But they're still OP. I feel like these shouldn't exist in the game. Like, the whole point of Wraith is that you can hear his bell, and then there's an add-on that negates that weakness. It's like, okay, that's fair and balanced, right? It wasn't even a fair match to begin with. What is that? Whoa, whoa, whoa. That does not seem fair in the slightest, okay? I was behind that obstacle, and he just curved right around it. You guys saw that? You know, another thing I don't like about Hillbilly is that he has no cooldown on his power. I've said that so many times in the past, but it's like, it's still true. It's like, seriously, he should have a cooldown of some sort, but he can just use his chainsaw whenever he wants. Like, you don't give anything in any video game infinite mobility. And the funny thing is, even when he overuses his chainsaw, it doesn't punish him at all. It actually gives him a bonus. It's like, oh, you use your chainsaw irresponsibly, but we're going to reward you for that. Oh, you know, I don't usually get this lucky, but I kind of deserve it, honestly, with the amount of bad luck I have in this game. Prestige 90 Hillbilly, bunch of detection perks, and he also has an iridescent add-on. You know, he probably would not have caught us if he didn't have this, where I was behind the boxes. And he has, of course, the turn rate. Like, okay, the only downside to using the chainsaw is the fact that you have a lower turn rate, and then let's just give him an add-on that negates that weakness. Yeah, that's really smart behavior. Yeah, okay. It baffles me that there's a meme behavior's like, pretty good job so far. Like, no, you have not done. It's like, there's so many things you have not done. You have not done a good job so far. There's so many things I complain about. It just blows my mind that they still exist. Oh my god, and get blinded, son, get blinded. Oh yeah, look at that. I mean, it wasn't awful, but let me just crawl to the center and be over with it. Wait, what is he doing shaking his head? Like, you come hook me so I can move on with my life. Oh my god. It's one of these killers, guys, that they just let you bleed out for... I mean, I wasn't even toxic to her. I get one save, and then she's like, okay, you can bleed out now. That's very sportsmanlike of you. Just another reason to not want to play DBD anymore. And this game has been out for like 8 years, and lugging is still a thing. See this? This is garbage right here. This is why people quit and don't play the game. Yeah, I know sensitive killers like, oh, I bruised your fragile ego. Oh, I'm so sorry. So sorry you can't handle that in an M-rated game. You poor thing. Like, imagine having to to deal with this. Imagine being so immature and petty. Oh, look at them. Look at him hitting me on hook, too. Oh my goodness. The salt, like... Imagine being salty about winning. You won and you're still mad. What does that say about them? GG. Should I say easy? I could say easy and it might trigger him, but... Nah, I'll just say GG, whatever. I won't stoop to your level. I won't do it. As for my last killer, I'll probably go with... we'll go with Twins, because Twins is so stupid right now. I hate playing against Twins. But playing as Twins is really fun, because you just destroy everybody. Oh, I got them on the ropes now. Yeah, look at that. Completely ignored the pallet. Oh, man. Oh my god. This killer is so stupid, isn't she? Just jump over the pallet. Don't even care. Yeah, I don't know where the last survivor is, but because I have these add-ons that increase Victor's alert range, I can find her very easily. We'll find her really fast, I'm sure. Yep, look at that, there she is. This entire match, I didn't even bother hooking the survivors at all. I just like slugged them to death, and I'm sure they had a lot of fun. I'm sure you guys had fun. Did you have fun this match? You had fun, yeah? I wonder if there's going to be any salt. Let's see, GG. Oh, here it is. Yes, for me. For me. Lol, no. Look at my add-ons, dude. I'm not exploiting anything. Exploiting the killer power, maybe, which is totally fair. The devs made the killer. I'm just using what they gave me. GG, GL in next. And I knew somebody was going to complain. I mean, you don't play a match like that and not have something to say after. A very unfun killer for survivors. So yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you all next time.